All right, the NFL Combine just wrapped up this past weekend, and we're going to go into some winners and losers from the Combine. We're going to give three winners, three losers. First up, on the winning side, Xavier Worthy. He set a Combine record 4.21 40-yard dash time. We knew he was fast, but we did not think he was this ungodly fast. This will be really good for him moving forward. Dynamic on the field, good speed, yak ability. Most likely, we'll give him first round draft capital. Dak, who do you have as your next winner of the combine?
So I selected Lad McConkey as my winner of the combine. He had 4.39 speed in the 40-yard dash, which is really good. I don't think anyone expected that out of Lad McConkey. Also had good size, came in at 6 foot, 186 pounds, which is going to definitely be good enough for the NFL. He's over that 180-pound threshold. And he looked really good in the drills as well, just doing everything right, catching all the passes, running the routes really well. He just looked really good. He looked like a really good wide receiver that's going to translate to the NFL. We've talked about him in previous videos, the way he's able to win on the field. He can win on the outside, he can win on the inside. Really versatile player. Teams are going to really like him, and he definitely improved his draft profile by showing off how great of an athlete he was. So, Dalton, who's your winner from the combine?
Yeah, so our last winner is Brian Thomas Jr. Maybe the biggest winner of the entire combine, in my opinion. Someone who was looking at late first round draft capital that, with the stats he put up, might push him to mid, maybe even like 10th draft capital. I've seen mock drafts where he's gone 12th to 11th. Like he's getting some real good buzz right now, and deservingly so. He's a big wide receiver, but he ran a 4.33 40-yard dash. That is incredible. He had a faster 10-yard split than Xavier Worthy. That says all I need to say right there. He also had a good vert, good broad jump, just an overall freak athlete. Someone to really improve their draft capital, and we're excited to see him at the NFL level. Now we're going to get into our losers. Jeff, who's your first loser?
Yeah, my first loser is Keon Coleman. People had him like late first round, early second round going into the combine, but he was a really good receiver at Florida State. However, when he ran the 40, it was a 4.61, which is just not good speed for a receiver. This is not going to translate well to the NFL, in my opinion. His other measurables were good, but because of this slow speed, he probably lost his first round draft capital. Probably even lost his early second round draft capital. We'll see him probably into the mid second, late second, maybe early third, but I don't think he'll slip that far down the board. There's a lot of other good receivers that tested well at the combine. This is obviously going to push him down, and draft capital means a lot when it comes to dynasty. So, someone without good draft capital, not really something you want on your team. He's one of my losers for the combine. Dak, who is your loser of the combine?
So next up, we got Aldrich Esme, and this is a guy that I have a personal connection to. My last game of high school football, we played against him, and we were a really good team that year. And he just made us look absolutely terrible. And he broke every single tackle, ran for like 300 yards, 4 touchdowns that game. He was absolutely incredible, and it really put into perspective for me, the difference between college and NFL type players versus a bunch of high school kids. That being said, he is going to be a loser for us just because relative to other NFL type prospects, not really great. He ran a 4.71, which is just not going to translate to the NFL. It's really slow. And that 4.71 speed is going to take him off the draft board, at least in the first 2 days for NFL teams. He's probably going to be a day three pick. He's a bruising running back. You don't expect him to have like 4.4, 4.5 speed, but 4.71 is just not going to get it done in the NFL. So expect him to go day three, and that's probably going to eliminate his chances of ever being a starter in the NFL, which is kind of disappointing for me, but it is what it is. So, Dalton, who's your guy?
So our last loser is gonna be Bucky Irving, a player that we liked going into the combine. We're pretty excited about. He's kind of like that new age running back that's a little bit smaller, but that's kind of the craze nowadays. You seem like a player like James Cook, who's not that big, but he produces efficiently, and that's all you need to do: catch a couple passes, produce efficiently. But Bucky Irving did not have a good combine. He ran a 4.55, which at his size of 5'9", 192 pounds is just not good at all. We wanted to see 4.4s for him at least. And he just didn't do that. So that's going to drop him down people's draft boards quite a bit. We were hoping he can get like third round draft capital. That's looking more like fifth round draft capital ish now, something along those lines. He projects as a third down back only pretty much now. Being a third down change of pace back doesn't really produce fancy points like we wanted to. He's never really going to be that bell cow with this kind of speed and size. So just a overall loser. He's not going to get the draft capital. That's what we really wanted to see from him there. All right. Thanks for watching the video. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.